What's the deal, YouTube? Jimbo back with another video, and let me address something from what I said the previous video. So I was talking about I wanted to address the issue on the car for replacing pretty much the clutch master, clutch master cylinder. I decided I'm gonna wait a little bit to get that done because I'm still waiting for a key component to the whole entire thing that I've been wanting to replace along with it. So I'm just gonna hold off a little bit until that part gets here. It's definitely on back order, so I'm just gonna wait it out till I get it. That way I can get it all done all at once. But in the meantime, I do have a part that I want to show you guys, and I'm pretty sure this is like a part that's way it probably flew under a lot of people's radar, but I ended up getting it because it's like one of these parts, these little cool parts that it would give a nice touch to the interior of the S2000, and definitely will set it off by a lot. So let's get started. So as you can see here, coming straight from the motherland, I got my hands on a 20th anniversary S2000 footlight from what I think it was, the Tokyo Auto Salon. They were showing off the 20th anniversary of the S2000, and a bunch of parts like the front bumper, suspension, the dust cover for when the car is in convertible mode, and side skirts, and a bunch of all the 20th anniversary stuff. And part of the 20th anniversary part collection, I guess, was the footlights, and this is probably one of the cool parts that probably more than likely is probably going to go into the radar, but I wanted to talk about it because this is a pretty cool get, and it might be rare later down the road if it ends up selling out. I got these from Mitamotorsports.com. They're import part shop from Tokyo, and so they had definitely check out that website. They have a lot of NSX, the NA1, NA2 parts, and a lot of S2000. I guess they specialize in just NSX and S2000 parts, but nonetheless, still cool. So check out the parts and see what's the contents on them. So obviously came in this packaging, the part number right here, as you can tell. And let me open this real quick. So these are the contents that come in the bag, and these are the wiring assembly for the footlights. They come nice and wrapped, and these are some brackets, which I have no idea where they're gonna go, but yeah, I must definitely one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. I don't know which side is which yet. Definitely gonna have to check where would these go, and some connectors from what it looks like. The part number for the connectors. OEM zip ties with some spare connectors. There's some screws on here, and this looks like some padded, some foam, sticky foam, and the instructions, I think, all in Japanese. So I'm gonna have a good time trying to translate this and find a way to see the instructions on how this works. So my initial thoughts on this little get is obviously I can't wait to put these on, and it's gonna be kind of tricky to see where I can find a translation for all this, but I'm gonna see where I can come across some info to get started on this. And so I like it. I like it a lot. Even though it's not much. I think it's a white light. Like, I don't know if it's gonna dim out when you close the door or if it stays on. Definitely gonna make some content on that when I get around to it. And yeah, so let's see. We're gonna find out what's the deal with this. All right, so I did a little research and I have this spread out so get a better idea of what's going on here. So as I managed to find a blogger on the internet, and it's translated by Google, so I'm trying my best to pretty much demonstrate how to get started in this process of installing the footlights. Hopefully it works in reverse. It should work, since, like, you know, same components, but just, you know, to left-hand drive. So these little thingies here are the fuse box, the little fuse box for the lights, for the wiring. So we're gonna label these, because they have these little stickers. So that's that. And we're gonna label these with these little stickers right here, which would be Footlight, Lumi Plus, B Plus. This, the Footlight Lumi Plus, will go very top. And Footlight B will go to the bottom. There we go. Nice and on there. So the next step would be these connectors. Well, it will still have to do with this one, and also this connector. We're gonna wrap it with this foam. Cut it in half. And cool side note, when you get these 20th anniversary parts, it comes with these certificate of authenticity. I have no idea what it says, but if anybody is willing to translate what it says, I would really appreciate it. It would be pretty cool to know what it says, but either way, pretty cool. So these things are cut. So what we're gonna do is gonna peel off the sticky back tape, and we're gonna pretty much wrap the connector. Okay. I don't know if I'll be needing to unplug this at a certain point, but we'll find out. All right, so let's grab this next one. I did a horrible job. I'm supposed to cover the wires. Oops. Oh well. I'm gonna make sure it stays like that. It'll be easy to take it off if needed. All right, cool. So the next step, I actually thought these were connectors, but these are actually the lights, the little bulbs. So let me see. Well, so it says pretty much the same thing, but I know obviously one side is for the driver's side and the other side is for the passenger side. So there's one bulb. Give you full men's case cover. All right, and this is where the little screw is gonna go in there. So we're gonna put that to the side. And this one, so this is for either the passenger or the driver's side. We're gonna find out. But they're pretty much both the same. Yep. Yep. Same thing. All right. So we're gonna do this one first. So as you can see on the instructions, it says this will go here, like so. Be a little screw. We have a little baggie of screws right here. We have 4 little screws, and on this one, the little bulb goes in like so. I think that's good, as long as it's sturdy. Like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, which would be this little bracket right here, like that. So the screw's gonna go through here. That's what it should look like. Almost there. So there you have it. Little brackets are with the bulbs. So the next part is taking off these covers right here. There's gonna be one on the driver's side. I'm gonna be taking off this cover and also this cover, but I already loosened it, so you just pop it off. It has some tabs, just pull on it and try not to break it. Try to loosen it up. It should come right off. Oops. Should be on both sides, so you can run the cable through. All right, so the next step is gonna be installing the driver's side LED, which will be this bracket right here. And part of the instructions is taking off this clip. And so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so save this clip, don't throw it away. And after that, we're going to use one of the screws that come with the kit, and this is gonna hold on to the bracket. So you're gonna put this part right here behind the little metal. This is gonna go in the middle of here and this bracket like a sandwich. All right, so it was a little difficult to get me screwing this little bracket on camera, but as long as it's sturdy, see, just like that, that's exactly how it should look like. Okay, so on this part, it's gonna be difficult for me to record, so I'm just gonna give you an example where this bracket, which will be the passenger side bracket, so where this is gonna go, where I'm gonna place it is, it's gonna go screwed up from right here where this little hole is at. So it would go like, okay, so this is what the bracket should look like. It should be nice and sturdy. I screwed it in all the way. It should be under, literally under the AC fan, little blower. And as you can see, that's, I don't know if you can see it from here. Try to zoom into it. And it should look just like that. All right, cool. So the next part of the beginning of installing the wiring harness, you're gonna have to take off this panel and also this panel right here. Definitely gonna have to take these off. Okay, so taking off this panel, as you can see, the one that goes on the inside, there's gonna be a clip. As you can see, it's on the ground right there. There's gonna be a clip holding it, so you could just pull that out. Just try not to bend it too much. And there's also a clip towards this end right here on the tip, and this part goes all the way behind this, the strip, the weather strip. So make sure if you never took off this panel before, it's gonna be behind here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little hole right there. That's where that little panel clips onto. Just try not to break the clip or lose the clip. Okay, so this next part, it's gonna be the fun part. Okay, so you see this connector right here. Oh, it's focusing on my finger. So the green connector, let me see if I can get it to focus. So you're gonna unplug that cable, this connector right here, this one, and that's where the ground goes. That's on the kit. So I'm gonna try my best to record this part, but I think it's gonna be super difficult, but I'm gonna see what I can do. So I connected the ground wire, so it'll be this little wire right here, and all the connectors are plugged in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but here's one of them, and then here's the other connector that's right there, and this one that's plugged in. So now the wires should be, oh sorry. So this loose wire, what this loose wire does is pretty much enables the LEDs to be on while the car is running. So in this case, since I'm not that great at wiring, and this kind of has to do with tapping into the main harness of the car, I'm gonna save that for another time. The LED should be plugged in like that. Now the second part of all this is gonna be running the rest of the cable in the middle so it can go on the other side. All right guys, sorry about the low light, and also I didn't record this part because it's kind of obvious. Just as long as you snake it, I found the easiest way to snake this cable is literally under the radio. As you can see down there, see, that was the easiest way I could snake it. It is kind of annoying and a little bit tedious. Don't try not to get frustrated. I got a little annoyed by it, but it went through. As long as you slide it under the radio, you could feel it out and then pull it out from there and then snake it out. So for right now, I'm just gonna have these wires hanging in the meantime, because I just want to see if they light up and if they work correctly. So that's what I'm gonna do next. All right, so once you already have everything connected, plug up the battery, and now I have the doors closed, so we're gonna see if these things light up. All right, so here we go. And there you have it. Now, believe it or not, these lights are pretty dim. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty low light. And yeah, I mean, the mod is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bright as you think it might be, honestly. And a little underwhelmed, but nonetheless, still a cool mod. Definitely a nice little touch. Yeah, you can see the wires hanging on there, but I'm gonna try and clean those up. Yeah, but the whole, it's on, it works. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. As far as that loose cable goes, if you are inclined to do that, go for it. I don't know jack about wiring, to be honest, and I'm not gonna attempt it either. I'd rather just let one of my close friends do it for me and see what happens, because I would definitely like to have these lights on while the car is running, because I think it would be cool. Yeah, let me close the door real quick. Yep. Try it again. Oh, there you go. And both of them light up. Oh my God, so nice. This is a nice mod. All right, so that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys found it informative and like helpful as far as like putting it all together and just figuring out how to put it on without instructions. Everything's in Japanese. I don't even think this is instructions, honestly. I think it might be just a description of the kit, but oh well. But big shout outs to username on S2KI, Kyle and Roscoe. They did a lot of the legwork for putting this write-ups on forums, and I just pretty much followed the steps that they put on the forum. I'm definitely gonna link that on the description, so in case you guys want to look at it for yourselves and use this video as a reference and in a way to put the wiring on, then hey, more power. But huge shout out to those guys. Without them, I probably wouldn't have figured out how to put it on, to be honest. But nonetheless, so my final impressions of this kit, not gonna lie, a little underwhelming as far as like the brightness goes for the lights. Could be a little bit brighter. Is dim, but nonetheless, it's an OEM kit. It's part of the 20th anniversary. Man, I just had to have it, and I would rather have an OEM kit than an aftermarket kit that's gonna be like, you know, a web of wires underneath there, and it's probably gonna be messy, and depending on who you give it to put it on for you, or if you do it, like it's just gonna be a disaster to wire it up yourself. So you can't go wrong with OEM. So that's at least my opinion, but hey, that's it. Hope you guys liked the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.